Charlie's Goldwing Modifications.
Today I'm going to show you an updated version of Bluetooth which will cost you less than £10.
So what I've been wondering is, how can I improve this Goldwing radio? Now, over the years things have changed. Got rid of that USB stick, that Bluetooth stick, and my cassette drive is packed in. Check belts on it, everything's fine. I think it's just worn out. It's 32 years old. So we've got intercoms, so we don't need this unit. It's just redundant really. Sometimes I would like to listen to Bluetooth music through speakers. Now Liz isn't bothered, so I'm not going to bother with back speakers. I could maybe wire it up through faders, I'm not sure. So now you've seen my idea, the next part is going to be to take off all the front end here, get to speakers to wire them through. Thinking I'm going to put the Bluetooth board under this pocket that's in here. It's going to be wired to one of my switches on my handlebar so I can turn Bluetooth on and off. And if it isn't powerful enough, by the time I wired it all through, all the wires will be there, so I don't have to mess. I can put it all back together and it should be okay. Right, so here's my little Jerry built rig. This is my car, old car speaker. I've wired that into this Bluetooth amplifier board. It can have two lots of speakers. I've just plugged one in for the time being. This is just my 12 volt supply. So, on bike, how would it work? Well, my theory is wire the two speakers from my board to the two speakers at the front of the bike, then to a 12 volt supply which I can turn on and off. That should give me my Bluetooth to my radio. Now it will only work on two front speakers, but that's all I'm wanting it to do. So I'll just show you how this thing works.
Safeguards in place.
Right, so obviously I've got to use other camera now because mine is working. So your Bluetooth's working, going to my speaker, you can just hear it's talking. So that is the idea. Gonna find the creep and put him down.
Down, down. When I get me moped out on the road, I'm gonna ride, ride, ride. When I get me moped out on the road, I'm gonna ride, ride, ride. When I get me moped out on the road, ain't nobody gonna tell me where to go. No, when I get me moped out on the road.
Right, I've just forgotten what a fun process that was. So here we are, here's speakers obviously. Now my idea is just to break into wires behind, just take them off, have a look and give it a test. Now there's probably an easier way, but maybe if you went into wiring loom, but I'm not bothered, to be honest, for the sake of time. It doesn't really matter. So next bit is wiring speakers up. Of course I picked darkest day ever to do it, so as you can see I need to tighten them up, either solder them, then I'm going to run a wire straight through here, out front, right round and into this cubby hole at this side. I'm going to build a little case for me Bluetooth thing, put it in here under the pocket, and then that is going to be powered up by cable off of this. So then I can turn it on. I could also, I suppose, run a light to that, but I don't see the point because it actually, when you turn it on, it does say Bluetooth connected, I think. Let's have a listen. So if I disconnect it for a second.
Bluetooth connected.
Blimey, it's getting darker. Right, so as you can see, I've taken speakers out now. It's just a kibosh of a thing connection, so I've got two wires just testing, that's all. Same in that speaker. So now they're going to this Bluetooth device here, which is on because I've powered it on by this. Just a little battery. So here we go. Ooh. This is them both working, and we're on less than half volume.
And he galloped into Market Street, his badge upon his chest. His name was Ernie, and he drove the fastest milk
Obviously
cart
it's
in
not
the West.
pointing straight at me, this other speaker.
The widow, a lady known as Sue. She lived all alone in Lily
So
Lane,
that's
number
Bluetooth into that.
22.
That's sending it
They
out.
said she was too good for him. She was haughty, proud and chic.
I'm somewhat there now, so I'm going to tidy all this lot up obviously. I've got power going to it, so when I flick the switch on, you see it flash up, it should come up Bluetooth.
Bluetooth is connected.
So there we are. And if I get my phone, turn it on.
Unbelievable.
There we go.
So,
So
he was
this is just a
sentenced to a
podcast.
second life sentence and returned to prison. In 1994, after
That's
serving
full
nearly
volume.
10 years in prison for the crimes against Sykes, Hunt was finally able to persuade authorities.
So that seems to work okay. We'll turn Bluetooth off a minute. You'll see it stop. Powered it off. Try my radio.
And I know you're not going to school
Radio.
today.
That's weird, it powers it
most
up.
children in the country.
How weird is that?
Well, the work can sometimes be a bit overloading, but it's really relaxing staying
Who
at
knows?
home, you know. Okay?
So it must
So what's your next
be able to
experiment?
Bluetooth itself up.
Probably expanding my project and making it in a bigger version outside.
Well, ain't that weird? Ain't that weird? So when I power that on, powers that up. And this will be playing as in Bluetooth, but it's not. It's not coming through speakers. Well, when I power it up normally,
Bluetooth. Bluetooth is connected.
weird. Weird. So let's go for some music. Right, well, I just got a bit of a bad connection there somehow. So, when you turn radio on, Bluetooth kicks in. But I'm not bothered because we ride it covered on because I don't use radio at all. Main bit is to get Bluetooth working. So here's Bluetooth now. So we'll get it up to full volume.
Now Ernie had a rival, an evil-looking man called Two-Ton Ted from Tippington, and he drove the baker's van.
So it's loud enough. But bearing in mind it's only a secondary unit, we're not going to be actually using this that much. It's just so I can listen to Bluetooth when I want. Radio we never use. Right, welcome back. We're a few weeks further on. I've had other things to do, unfortunately, such as fencing and all sorts of other bits and bats. So bike's been stood. Now, last thing you saw was I was just having problems with radio. Every time I turned radio on, it powered up my Bluetooth, which then stopped it working. And I couldn't figure it out for life in me. Anyway, eventually I figured it out, because what I was doing was, when I was testing it, I was running it from a 12 volt supply on its own. And it worked perfectly every time. Now what I realised what was happening was that the speakers, when I powered it up from bike itself, as soon as ACC or ignition come on, the speakers must have a slight bit of power in them, and which then were powering up the Bluetooth and then kicking it back and making it like, not its brains fry, but it couldn't figure out what was going on. So here we have a super duper diagram. Can you tell what it is yet? Oh no, I shouldn't be saying that because he got arrested. Anyway, so that was original Goldwing radio, and it goes to your speakers left and right. obviously there's a load more wiring involved, but when you pull your speakers off, you'll see there's two wires go to them, positive and negative. What I was doing was trying to solder the other ones on, so like run a spur off each one, and that's where my problem was. So what I've had to do is take the wires off the speakers, they just pull off, and then if you see this is my new one. So now basically them speakers are wired straight to my Bluetooth amp, and also you got obviously positive and negative going into that to power it up. Now it's solved all the problem, but obviously now my radio is basically, when I turn it on, it'll run the back speakers. I didn't really want to do it that way because I would have liked radio to stay on, but then after a while, you know, you think, well, my LCD screen's gone anyway, so I've no idea which channel I'm on, and I don't know about anybody else's Goldwing, but I find it loses reception. So as you travel through the country, constantly changing reception. So then I thought, well, there's absolutely no point to it. I never use it, never ever do I use it, and 9 times out of 10 now we have cover on. So I shall show you how it works now. Right, so how I've wired it is, I turn your ignition on, and now I've put it on a switch. You can hardly see it because of this tom-tom thing, but I've put it on one of these, like this side. So I turn the switch on.
Bluetooth.
There you go, so Bluetooth's connecting up. Here's my phone. It's not going to be this one I use because I've got one that connects down here. Well, this is just to show you. So you go into Bluetooth, and it is this XYXXCY20. Connect it up, it should come up connected.
Bluetooth is connected.
I say, please don't let me down. So it's straight away it's playing me music. Now obviously you're running completely separate of the radio, so your volume is controlled by this now. Your phone or your tablet or whatever you're going to run. So this is volume. So I'll turn it up to top. Good bit of Slade there. So you control all your volume and everything through here. Now unfortunately that means you've lost your I'll stop that. Unfortunately that means you've lost your radio, but I suppose if you're running Android and it's got an FM radio on it, you could run it that way. Now I forgot to mention that on that, I've put it in this pocket now, but I'll bring a picture of it up, what I bought. And it's got, you can run it Bluetooth or you can run it with a cable. So you could always plug a cable in if you wanted, but I don't think you'd need to in this day and age. So yeah, so that's it. So turn it, put it on again. There you go. So that's, then you can turn it off with that. So all the Bluetooth things off. You're not running any power through. You don't have to take this on and off anymore. Turn it on again.
Bluetooth. Bluetooth is connected.
It connects, I don't know why it is, it connects straight up, it's really good. And then there you go, play music, play your podcasts. Now if you look on the specs of the one I got was 15 watts per channel. I think you could probably get away with 20. I wasn't right sure, it was just guesstimate. And to be honest, if you could really be bothered, you could wire all 4 speakers up. Just follow cables. But I don't need them because to be honest, we never use it. Chances of me ever using this is 1,000,000 to 1. Now, if I ever sell it back, which is probably never, you could take unit out again and just connect your speakers back up. But to be honest, for price at unit, which would cost me £6, you might as well just leave it on. Makes no odds to me. But it depends on the next person. If they want to get old stereo working again, properly. It's just a case of reconnecting. You've not broken now, all you've done is disconnected some connections under speakers. Just connect them back up, job of good 'un. So that is my Bluetooth mod for all you need basically is a bit of wire, speaker wire, and you got your 12 volt supply, get your 12 volt positive and earth, and if you want to put it on a switch, put it on a switch. If you don't, you don't, and jobs are good un. So you've got, I can run, it helps if I turn it on. So that's coming out at phone now. Bluetooth kicking in, you can hear it.
Bluetooth is connected.
Straight through. So if you're playing something on your phone, there you go. I think to be honest, it's probably loud enough. At 15 watts, I'll just back it up. Yeah, so you could have gone for, oh, Alexa, you could have gone for 20 watts, but I don't know. To be honest, I think that's probably plenty loud enough for what I want. So there you go.
That's all, folks.